And this is where the journey shifted after the historical pause, after the dangers and the silence of remembrance.
I would like to recognize everybody for being able to express their feelings yesterday at the
To step in this water just makes me feel empowered and really like the African is coming out of me in this moment. I wanted to thank all my ancestors for this moment because they knew I would make it here and they knew I wouldn't fail. They wanted me here. They wanted me in this water. They wanted me right here, right now, so they can take over my body and help me.
Came something equally powerful: immersion. Not just observing culture, but entering it. For the students of West Philadelphia's Global Leadership Academy, Ghana was no longer a destination. It was becoming a place of belonging.
Yes, you will. Yes. And you'll know the what? Exactly. Okay? So, it means you have to speak the truth at all times. Fi obey kwayado. Mizi sumezumo.
So stay with me as we dive deep into the day 10. In fact, the peak of the whole journey. And I'm going to let you understand. But before that, make it a point to hit that subscribe button, like the video, share the video, go to the comment section and let me know what you think about this very conversation. These young African American students did not just visit Ghana. They came, they got involved, they remembered, they got connected, they got immersed in the culture and the tradition, and finally they belonged. Their immersion began in Ghana's ecological landscape at the Safari Park. Where they encountered antelopes, baboons, ostriches, and native bird species. Ghana's protected reserves are part of broader West African conservation efforts that preserve biodiversity while supporting community-based tourism. But for these students, this was more than environmental observation. It was a perspective. They say to understand a land, you must feel its soil, breathe its air, and see its wildlife, the same landscapes that sustained their ancestors for centuries. They were actually not just sightseeing, they were situating themselves.
You have them kill Mufasa and the Lion King. It was because naturally they have a poor eyesight. They couldn't see him, they just run over him. And in a large group, they can number up to about 1 million or
Then came the defining moment, tradition and the power of naming. Each student was given a Ghanaian name.
So it means you have to speak the truth at all times. Even when they're going to cut your head off.
Yes, sir.
You still say, no, I stand by my word.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Sometimes it may be difficult, but you have to stand your ground and say the truth.
Yes, sir.
Especially female.
Yeah.
So, you want to talk, let your yes be yes and your no be no, okay?
Iyi oye nsu. Nsu ya nkwa zema obiara. Mpene basa. Efi obe ku ayado. Midi su medomo. Iyi wo friend and son, oye nsan. And the enemy no when you ask son, son iyi oye doko. Nsu no.
In Ghanaian tradition, names carry philosophical meaning, ancestral connection, and spiritual identity. A name can reflect the day of birth, character traits, lineage, or destiny. You see, let me go a little bit deeper, please. Anthropologists note that naming ceremonies across West Africa represent social rebirth and incorporation into community. For many in the African diaspora, the transatlantic slave trade forcibly severed naming traditions. Enslaved Africans were stripped of their indigenous names and assigned European ones, a historical act widely documented in colonial records and slave narratives. So when these students were called forward and given names that connected them to language, lineage, and belonging, it was not symbolic alone, it was restorative. And in that moment, something intangible shifted. They were not outsiders observing culture, they were participants, claimed, acknowledged, and welcomed.
So we're going to call you.
And this case danced to Shatta Wale's songs.
And then the celebration began. To understand Ghana today is to understand its music. The students dance to Afrobeats, Hiplife, and Afrofusion. Genres born from the fusion of high-life rhythms, American hip-hop, and indigenous sounds. Ghana's music industry has become one of West Africa's most exported cultural products, contributing significantly to youth identity and soft power across the diaspora. When the students danced, they were not just enjoying music, they were participating in a living culture, past and present blending together, tradition and modernity coexisting. Then at the end, the head of the school reflected. They didn't just learn about Ghana, they experienced belonging, and that changes a young person forever.
Seeing where we came into the Americas, and then this is where they left from.
Being able to ground yourself on African soil, our scholars were emotional. When we get back on the bus, they were able to express their emotions. They were able to understand that many people look at this as a museum or a history or a historical walk or whatever. This is, we're walking over top of graves. We're walking over top of souls. We're walking over top of atrocities that people want us to forget happened.
Cultural immersion, that's what textbooks cannot. It roots, it restores, it reminds. For these students from West Philadelphia, Ghana did not just welcome them, it named them and it held them closer to itself and gave them an identity. This identity really matters, and some journeys don't just take you somewhere, they take you home. Thank you so much for joining me through up till this time, and I'm very glad to have gone through this journey with the students of West Philadelphia Global Leadership Academy. In fact, I'm glad they took this journey, and I'm sure they might be more glad and in fact extremely happy that they took this journey, because they found their roots, they got connected, they were restored, and in fact they were immersed into a tradition they have lost for so long. Remember, subscribe, like, share, go to the comment section. Let me know what is in your head. This was Inside Studios Network. I'm gone.